Good day, everybody. Here's yet another installment of the project here. Things have changed a bit yet again. Unfortunately, I'm not super into videos while I'm working, just because it takes time, and my priorities are to get this done and not, spend twice as long filming while I'm working. So I like to give you guys a little recaps, but I figured today maybe I'll recap what I've done in since the previous video, and then maybe I'll take you along through some of the stuff I'm doing today. So last time I believe I was putting the floor in, or just finishing like a mock-up of the final results, and so I finished it now. Really dirty in here, but you get the idea. I'll give you in a close-up here. So it's kind of what we're looking at. I just put down the floor mount, the floor seat, or the mount for the seat. So if we go into here, I've got my high and low beam switch, and then I know it's hard to see, but there is a little let's see if I can get you in here. Some light. Nope. Do I have a light? I do. Here we go. This is a the windshield washer pump. It's a hand pump or foot pump. Got those mounted. Everything's still pretty rough because the final trims aren't on yet. Washer bottle is there. Seat hooks are there. I got a new shift tower boot. The shift tower and extension and shifter is done. I'm just in the process of taking this original seat apart. I'm going to be actually using the original seat on the passenger side, mainly because it's got a little compartment, which is cool, and there's no storage on that whole truck now, so it's kind of nice. So I pressure washed it. I took the old seats off. I'm going to get them reupholstered. And once it's all dry and clean, I'm going to spray paint it black again so it looks like new. The holes are ready to go for the floor, to just directly bolt that in. But yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. I'm still waiting for my window guy to come and put the windows in so I can continue. It's kind of pissing me off, but whatever. And also I'm looking for rubber door seals, so that's where I'm at. And then once the door seals are on, then I can put the nice covers over this to finish that up. But until then, kind of put these on as a mock-up, but I'll be taking them off again to repair this. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do here. I'd like to make a pocket, so I have sewn before. Nothing crazy, but I'll re-glue this, and then I will probably leave this as it is. No, I will probably stitch this into the plastic down here as an inlay, kind of like that, and then I will make a pocket, just a fabric pocket with a stretchy piece in here. If anybody knows, just look at a Peterbilt or some Kenworths have that. Pretty simple. That's all you need. That's about it since the last video. I haven't done a whole lot more, if I can remember correctly. I can't remember if I show them the front or not. Give you kind of a little look here. It's come together pretty nice. Pretty happy with the results. It's getting there. So thought I'd bring you along with me to go way out in the back. Way the hell out there. See that little red thing beside the big red thing? Yeah, that's the old truck. I'm gonna take the passenger seat from that as my driver's seat because it is like brand new. Yeah, so I'll get some tools together and we'll go outside and check it out. All right, we're out in the wild. The wild. This is what I'm working on. Had this truck from brand new. I forget what the year is on it. Oh, I can't see shit. Anyway, this is where I'm kind of working. See, it's fucking tight, man. And I'm telling you right now, there, I got you set up, kind of. It has never been off before. I can honestly say that because I know that I've known this truck since brand new. Of course, it's probably rusted in the floor a bit and whatnot. This is just the first bolt, and it is coming. It's taking forever though. Come on. Sucks not to have power tools out here. It'd be nice, but you work with what you got. I've also got this one here for the seatbelt. So. The seat is a much upgrade, a huge upgrade compared to the original. The original was really bad. Mice got in it, the airbag was leaking. No, the special valve for it was leaking. It was all worn out. It didn't have shocks. This one's got shocks. This one has basically never been used. Basically. Like, I mean, sometimes a little bit, but not really. There's the bolts for it. Huge. Huge, huge, huge. Anyway. I'm going to get to doing the rest of those 4, or the 3 that are left, and I'll get back to you on that. Alright, all the bolts are out, the seatbelt mount and everything's off, and this thing is ready to jump out of there. So I'll meet you back in the shop. We can assess this thing. Alright, so this is the original seat. I just need the seatbelt and yeah, just the seatbelt mechanism off that. Pretty rough, pretty ranky looking. Here's the seat that we just brought in. I just gave it a quick wash on the base of it, just to get all the crud out of it. And that's what we're looking at. It's a little dirty. This is plastic. It looks like it clips in somewhere like that, so that's not going to be a problem. Overall, it's a nice shape. All I see is this here, and that would have been on the passenger side. So I'm not exactly sure why that's rubbed out. I'm kind of wondering if this seat actually was moved once from the driver to the passenger side. Just like because of the wear. It's kind of doubtful. It's very dirty right now because it's been sitting in the truck and we just haven't really given a shit. And we've been ripping lots of stuff out of it, parts and whatnot. You can see there's a bit of fade on it. In the camera it looks white, it's more like a bluish. It is a burgundy seat, which is not really ideal for that truck, but it's free and a new seat's over $1,000 US, so for anything good anyway, I'd want, if I were to get a seat, it would be a nice Bostrom. Probably low rider with a mid back. I might do that eventually as well. But for now, this will do. Yeah, so I don't have my carpet cleaner here. But with the upholstery attachment, I can really clean it up. But it'll be what it is. I'm going to let that dry out. See what I can do about that controls. This is the air going in. So that's ready to go. I'm going to grab the attachments, the seat belts off the original seat there and put them on the new one. Seat's in. I did a little test fit. It fits perfectly. I couldn't be happier. Just testing out the seat. And what do you know? Problem I had at the start. It's leaking down. So, felt around. Found it was coming from the fitting right at the base of the airbag there. I removed the line. I checked it. There was no holes, but I cut a little bit off it anyway, just to wonder if maybe it was something, whatever with it. Still leaking, so I'm going to remove that fitting, see if I have another one. If not, I can rob one off the other seat in that truck, and we'll see what happens from there. Alrighty, so now I got this old fitting out. These are just called like Quick Connects. Pretty sure that's the name of them. So what I put in was a 45. Come on, focus. Come on. There you go. Yeah, 45 degree with an actual physical clamp on it. Seems to be holding up pretty good now. Next thing to address is the this seat control. It's just kind of tabbed in, so you can see. Where are you? There you are. Kind of hard to see because of the shadow, but there's a hole right there, and then those clips. It just kind of clips into it. That seems to be doing fuck all. It's already pretty botched up there, like the plastic's breaking. So I think what I'll do is have it kind of sit in its spot, and then I'm gonna drive. Oh, I can't because of this. It slides here. Huh. I was going to drive a screw up through there just to hold it, but I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do now. Maybe I'll just leave it, and then one day I can rob the other one from the other seat, because I had it clipped in there, and somehow from just moving. Hey everyone, sorry about that. My camera died the other night there. I think I left off by just talking about the seat, putting that bracket on there. But this is the next day. I washed it, well, just washed all the dust off it and drove it around a bit, make sure everything's still looking good. Just in the process of getting a length for my door trims right now. I'm just using some wire, taping it all the way around to get an accurate measurement so I don't buy too much, because it can be kind of pricey. And I'm also draining the transmission fluid at the moment. It's down there. Should be almost drained. I also took two of the valves off. I forget which one this is. Actually, I forget what both of them are called. Can't you tell I'm an engine mechanic? Go to school for this shit, can't remember. I'll show you what they look like, so if someone's got the knowledge, they'll know exactly what it is. I think this is just a relay valve. The mounts broke off, and this one was actually leaking out of the exhaust port. And this one broke off completely and just hanging there. Both sides of the mounts are broken. So, not much I can do with that. Getting two new ones of those. So, yeah. So I measured out the piece there. No, why is it blurry? There we go. I basically put it in a vise and measured from here with a tape measure and went along and stretched it out. I'm looking at 14 feet, like that's with about half a foot of extra, just in case for measurement reasons. I can always cut some off, but I can't add any. So 14 feet on each side, so that is a total of 28 feet for the trim. I'm going to take a little piece with me to the guy, because he knows what's up. And here is the switches for, I put in a new temp gauge because I didn't trust the originals. We got this guy here ready to go in. And I also have this by Horton. It is a on and off switch, basically, a temperature controlled switch. So at 205 degrees Fahrenheit, this makes a closed loop because it's normally open. And once that loop closes, it will take, show it here, it will take power to the power side of my coil, which will take power going to my electric fans. Now, I'm not sure if those fans are going to keep up. I have very high doubts, but a new fan clutch is $1,700. So these two fans cost me $80. So we'll try those first. If not, big deal. I can find use for those for something else. So I forgot to show you guys that setup. I just recently did it. So I'll keep you posted on how that works. Yeah, so I'm just waiting on those valves. I'm waiting for my window guide, then I can put the headache rack on. I have it pre-wired, ready to go. I can make that all nice once it's done. And then I have to hook up my air lines for the tractor protection and the glad hands and all that. Anything else I want to point out? I think I'll do a really nice overview once it's done. Kind of go over most of the stuff I did. Yeah, I think that's going to wrap up this video, guys. You kind of know what's coming down the pipe in the next little bit. And yeah, we'll catch you in another video. Have a good night.